Despite finishing first in a time of 33.38 seconds in Heat 1 of the women's 50-meter freestyle, Chantal Ince missed out on qualification for the final, with her competitors clocking slightly faster finishing times. T&T will next see action tomorrow from Nyosha Kane when she competes in the women's 200-meter sprint. And last night, C Sports on the Monday Night Sport had a special guest join the program via Skype, none other than Paralympic gold medalist and world record holder Akeem Stewart. Stewart told my colleague Jassy Marique he had all confidence in himself to achieve the top spot.
You went out there, you threw a world record, a new world record in your very first throw. In terms of mindset, going into competition, as you mentioned, you had a rough time since landing in Rio and of course before. But going into competition, what mindset would you have been in to throw with your very first attempt a new world record?
Well, I didn't really have any high expectation with the javelin because shot put and discussing my main events. But I didn't get to do shot put. I take the javelin as the event for shot put, so I went out with my best shot, and yeah, I got the medal.
Let's see that one more time if you don't mind. Show it to us here in Trinidad and Tobago. That's what gold looks like, a Paralympian, Akeem Stewart. He is gold medalist and of course brand new world record holder in the men's javelin. He is saying that he didn't have any or much expectation in this event. What about you as the coach who's been by his side and of course putting him through the paces from day one?
Well, on the contrary, I, on the other hand, being a coach, no better. I knew that that his chances would have been great because the plan that I had was to get him to do the run-up, which was one of the things that he wasn't doing before. He used to actually stand up and throw. And when he run up, because of the momentum, the added momentum to the javelin, you could put a lot more into it, especially if the technique is correct with the run-up. And I knew from training, I actually knew that the result would have been like this. I had a strong feeling of that happening.
3 national senior team footballers have been confirmed to have broken camp 3 days before T&T's World Cup qualifier against Guatemala back on September 2nd. As stated in an article on Wired868.com, Kevin Molino, along with Jovin Jones and Mikel Williams, are reported to have snuck out of camp on the night before the Independence holiday. Head coach Stephen Hart was contacted on the matter and said that he, quote, considered it to be an internal matter, which the technical staff dealt with immediately and firmly, end quote. According to Hart, who did not name the players involved, they each faced a hefty fine, substantial enough to have been in excess of the players' bonus for advancing to the CONCACAF Hex. All 3 players went on to play some role in T&T's 2-2 draw with Guatemala days later, with Jones scoring a double. Hart felt there was no need to punish the players beyond the fine and reprimand. Sports stakeholders must share the burden of economic sacrifice as Trinidad and Tobago seeks to overcome and navigate difficult economic times. This is the advice from TTOC President Brian Lewis as he outlines a blueprint for success in depressed economic times. According to Lewis, mismanagement, waste and corruption must be eradicated, giving way to good governance, the elements of which are predicted on transparency and accountability. National sports organizations must undertake constitutional reform and modernize their governance structures to include term limitations, democratic elections, audited accounts, and annual general meetings. Lewis also stated that sacrifices must be made and priorities established with budget measures that incentive sports entrepreneurship and sport tourism to contribute to the growth and development of a sustainable sport industry. The University of Trinidad and Tobago last evening opened new dorms in South Trinidad for its present and incoming student athletes. Ken Fuentes had more on the opening, where the administration insisted that its goal is to bring success to the organization's sports program.
The dorms opened at Cypress Gardens Union Hall to house the incoming and the present student athletes. Andre Collins of the Academics Department at UTT says the goal of the program is to build a legacy of successful student athletes, and the university will be supplying the tools needed for that.
But success, for those of you who don't know yet, is where preparation meets opportunity. where preparation meets opportunity. And to prepare well, we believe in giving you, the athletes, the best environment, the most enabling environment to make you successful.
Meanwhile, head coach of the men's football team, Clayton Morris, told the athletes that success depends solely on them. And the key to this is enjoying what they do.
We must want to achieve. Enjoy what we are doing, and the guys could tell you that, the footballers could tell you that. As I mention to them all the time, when they come to train, as the coach, I know what my session will be. But it all depends on what attitude the players come with. That gives me that motivation to make sure that when they leave the training pitch, that they had fun.
Kent Fuentes, C Sports.